Hello everyone, welcome to Desert Succulent, and today we will be featuring Graptoveria Lovely Rose. This is known to be a beautiful succulent, and as the plant matures, you can expect it to create a rose-like appearance like what you are seeing right now. And yung kanyang leaves are mostly green to pale green in color. So even if now we will be exposing it to the sun, it will just look as is. If we will be having a top view of this succulent, it would look like this. Para talaga siyang rose. Hindi siya yung typical na rose natin na yung kanilang petals are actually very soft. This one is totally different since it's a succulent. Itong succulent na to is also very special and perfect siya for any succulent arrangement, for any pots, and of course, pwede din siya na pangregalo. In order for us to achieve these healthy looking and perfectly looking na lovely rose, it's best for us to give them the full sun exposure, but they will also grow in partial sun. I put my personal na collection nitong ating lovely rose sa ating rain or shine area, although most of my lovely rose nakalagay sila sa isang greenhouse wherein controlled yung kanilang environment. So watering them as well is also very simple as with other succulents. I only water this pag completely dry na nga yung kanilang soil, and look at this. Diba, you would really see na talagang dry na dry yung kanilang soil, but still I didn't water them. And that's how you should be dealing with your lovely rose kasi they are very sensitive sa overwatering. So mapapansin niyo na pag nag-yellow na siya or naging mushy, especially yung mga bottom part ng kanilang leaves, then it means na nag-overwater kayo. And also, as long as you are using a well-draining na soil mix, then you won't really be having a problem with them. Usually, yung mga lovely rose natin na nakalagay pa sa mga nursery pots like this, I'm just using yung typical na mga garden soil, nothing fancy, nothing special, as long as they are well draining. And right now, I have prepared soil mix since I am planning of repotting a few of them. So this is yung ating typical soil mix na ginagamit. Ganito yung itsura niya pag nag-dry siya. And this is just a combination of vermicompost. Ayan, may mga ipa ng bigas. Nandiyan. And also some carbonized rice hull. And sa ilalim, ito, naglagay ako nung ating clay pot. So instead of adding some pumice stones, ang nilagay ko dito is yung ating broken na clay pots. Ayan, so nakikita nyo yung parang brown dyan. Those are the broken clay pots. So instead of like throwing them, you can use them as a substitute for pumice stones. So you would really see na buhaghag yung ating soil mix na ginagamit. And this is really perfect for our lovely rose. So even if na mabasa ito, and even right now, if you will be doing this, ayan, diba? Mabilis siyang mag-loosen up. To start off, I usually add itong ating soil mix na prepare sa kanya. Right now, I will be literally repotting itong aking mga lovely rose. As you know, every time I do yung aking mga repotting, I don't change yung kanilang soil mix unless na unhealthy yung ating succulents or there is something wrong sa ating soil. If for example, nakabili kayo ng inyong mga lovely rose na may soil pa, it's really your choice. If you wanted to get rid of this old soil or i-trim siya, then air dry. But if you don't want to do that, then you can do the same thing that I am doing. Just to add some extra nutrients sa kanya, I will be adding some Osmocote fertilizer sa pinakababa. Ayan, so this one is already good for 3 to 4 months since it's a controlled release na fertilizer. Look at this, may offset na siya dyan sa baba. Ganyan lang muna. Then lastly, yung pinaka third, if you will be repotting, make sure na dry yung inyong soil para hindi maging messy. I will just be using itong ating sticks again, walis ting-ting, to help them anchor habang hindi pa sila ganon ka-stable. So, ganito na yung itsura niya after repotting. You would expect na in a month or two, magiging stable na itong ating lovely rose, and we can remove itong ating mga sticks na nilagay natin. So after that one, kailangan nating i-fill in pa yung mga empty na spaces. We can add more soil sa kanya dito sa pinakataas para maging mas stable yung ating lovely rose. So propagation nitong ating lovely rose is also very simple. You can have yung ating leaf propagation sa kanya. Just remove leaf or sometimes stem cuttings. So it's very important talaga na maglagay nitong ating mga plant stand kasi itong ating mga lovely rose, they cannot really fully support yung kanilang pinaka-rosette. So kumbaga masyadong mabigat itong kanilang leaves as compared sa kanilang stem na hindi masyadong sturdy, and you will really see here, that's why sometimes yung ating mga lovely rose talagang naka-lean silang ganyan kasi nga yung kanilang stem, look at this, is very thin. Ayun, sobrang nipis lang nung kanilang stem as compared sa body nila. And also, what you're seeing right now is just the medium size. You can expect na they will be times 2 of this size pag talagang lumaki na sila. I'll give you an example. For example, this, you can just simply remove it this way. Ayan. So, natanggal na natin siya. Ayan. All you need to do is air dry natin siya for a couple of days. Ipatong nyo siya sa inyong soil mix, or you can just pot it directly sa inyong propagation na nursery pot like what I did to this batch. Then you have to wait for several months until it became like this. So ganun lang kabilis padamihin ang ating mga lovely rose. So you can also do a stem cutting if you wish. You can cut it here, or i-remove nyo itong mga leaves na to, then you can cut doon sa na-expose na stem. Since we just repotted itong ating succulent na to, we can wait for at least 1 week or 2 weeks before we can start to water them. And if you will be watering them, dapat fully soak natin silang didiligan. Itong ating mga soil na nandyan, you can just simply brush them off, or pag magdidilig kayo, is-spray nyo lang dito para matanggal or malinisan itong mga nakakapit na soil sa kanya or those na nakasingit-singit sa kanyang leaves. That's all for our lovely rose. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You may also visit our Facebook page at Desert Succulent PH.